Josee Primeau, head coach of Western Illinois in her third season. Coach, your team was 3-8-5 last year, 1-4-4 in conference. But looking deeper into your team, it was a very competitive as 11 of the 16 contests ended either in ties or within one goal. How does that motivate your squad in turning those contests into your favor?
I think that was a big point for us last season. Something that really helped motivate us going through, especially into our conference season, was knowing that we do have a big defensive presence within the program. Our girls love to compete. They put a lot of heart in what they're doing. And having the shutouts and the clean sheets and even just keeping games to one goal was something that we're looking to build on this year. I think we added some good depth up front to be able to kind of give us that offensive threat and still have a really sound back line and sound defensive philosophy. So we are looking to convert those to work in our favor this year.
Okay, well, good. And coach, what are some of the things that you like most about this squad that you have in this season, and what are some of their strengths?
I think we have a really special team this year. I think we have a lot of personalities on the team. They all flow really well together. They all mesh. Different classes, not necessarily separated in that way. We have really good leadership this year. We have a ton of upper class girls in their fourth year or fifth year who had that extra year due to COVID or an injury. And having that leadership presence is something that we were lacking a little bit in the past. So just being able to have a good, solid group that our younger classmen can look up to, can rely on. They have been around before. They understand how difficult a season is. They understand the pressures, the highs and the lows, and being able to help navigate them through that. We have really good leadership this year. So our seniors, I think, are going to play a really big role in our season, making sure that the team stays consistent, the culture's in a really good spot, making sure that the standard never drops. That's something that we're really looking forward to this year that we were kind of missing last year. I think we have a really good group of underclassmen. We had 11 freshmen on the team last year. 10 of them all came back. So 10 out of the 11 are here for their second year. I think they all got pretty good minutes. And so that experience now, having a season under their belt, they know what to expect. They know what they're walking into is really something that is going to help. We have 6 newcomers, 4 freshmen, 2 transfers. The transfers have been in college before. They understand the level. They want to win. They're used to winning. So bringing them here to really kind of help turn the corner is something that we're really excited about. Our freshmen are eager. They want to prove themselves. They work their tails off and they play with heart, which is a big reason why they're here. And I think that they're just going to add really, really good value to the team.
Coach, you just mentioned that you had a large number of freshmen last year, and obviously you have a few more coming in this year.
Mm-hmm.
Where you stand in the season is you get them and they get on campus, and basically 2 weeks later you're playing right away, and you don't get the whole season to work with them to get them prepared for that. But obviously, you said that the sophomores now have a year under their belt. What does that help, or how does that help even the newcomers coming in to get adjusted quickly, as well as them taking the sophomores taking the next step?
I think it's great just because we had 24 returners this year, whereas coming into our 2023 season, we only had 16 returners. And so half the team was brand new for our fall of 23, which was really difficult. I think you spend so much time in preseason getting the girls to get to know each other. They have to figure out how to play alongside someone brand new, maybe someone who's never played in college before, a freshman, a newcomer. So you're kind of working out all the kinks. You're right. In preseason, you only get a couple weeks to really kind of air some of this stuff out. And then boom, you're in a game. Whereas this year we can reformat our preseason a little bit because we don't have quite as many new bodies, that now we get to focus on the game. We get to focus on building a culture, adding on to the layers that we built last year and last spring, and really get to fine tune things. So this preseason does look very different than that of 2023, which is something that's very exciting. But having a large group of returning now sophomores, they They know how we like things done. They understand now that all the jitters are gone. So they just get to have fun and really get to know the new girls, the new freshmen, help show them how the team operates, get to show them, the do's and don'ts of preseason and college life. And so that's something that is really fun to get to watch them in this mindset versus when they were freshmen.
Coach, talk a little bit about some of the key players that we should be watching out for this year, and maybe even about some of the newcomers to watch.
So Kayla Turner was our named player to watch, excuse me. And she's someone that has battled through a couple of injuries last season. She was working through some stuff, and now she's feeling really good. Her preseason has gone really well. She's someone that we're really excited for. She's definitely all heart. That girl works her tail off. She leaves everything on the field. She's a great teammate. And she's always asking questions. She wants to get better. She's never satisfied with kind of her basic performance. She always wants to strive and do better. So she's someone that we're looking to really have a really good season. Some other players that I think are also going to do really well. We have a 5th-year senior, Sydney Sagal. She wants to win. She's competitive. She's a very good technical player. She understands the game really well. She kind of anchors down our midfield really well. Alana Pennington, a returning sophomore. Hannah Dowdy, returning junior. So those are some of the girls that I think we have some high expectations for. And they all set a really high standard for themselves. They all want to win. They all know how competitive we were last year in conference, and they want to push the envelope a little bit, and they want to do better.
Well, Coach, tell us a little bit about this schedule and how it will help prepare you get into conference play. It's a nice design, which includes some teams like South Dakota State, Drake, Northern Iowa, teams who have had some pretty good success in the past.
Yeah, our non-conference schedule, I think, is very competitive. South Dakota State playing them again, taking us back to our Summit League days. They're always really good competition. I think our girls always show up really hard at playing them because they understand it's going to be a competitive game. I like their style of play. I think they're really going to test us and show us kind of what we need to do moving forward. Some other games that we have, Iowa State, St. Thomas, Drake. I think they're all really good competitive non-conference games that will just help show us what we need to be focusing on moving forward so we can get ready for conference. But it's going to be a grind, and that's something that our girls expect. They know that that's how we design our non-conference schedule, and they're all very ready for it.
Coach, you have a pretty good amount of non-conference games at home as well this season. You kind of pretty much a 3 in a row as well. Kind of talk about that, of being able to maybe get some fans excited about your program.
Yeah, last season, I think we were on the road quite a bit, which is it comes with the territory. But just being on the road a lot, I think it's hard to get people engaged sometimes, right? When our home games are so far and few between. This season, we are very fortunate to have a good set of home games, both in our conference and our non-conference schedule. So I think that motivates the girls. I think that will get some buzz going on campus. I do think we have a lot of buy-in on campus with soccer programs. Both our men and women's programs do get a good crowd going, and that's something that we're looking to build on. And we just want to get the community engagement. We're going out, we're trying to get more groups and clubs to come out. We're trying to show our faces a little bit more, help support where we can, so that way it's a mutual support on campus and then the community.
Well, Coach Primeau, we definitely appreciate your time with us, and we wish you and Western Illinois all the success this season.
Thank you so much.